These are our resin-infused Pippy Oak tables. So what is a resin table? Well, to me, it's all about preserving what nature does best. The oak that we use in these tables is the oldest, most beautiful, most characterful oak in the world. And making one of these tables is essentially turning those fragile pieces of nature's work and turning and exhibiting them, preserving them, and creating a real genuine piece of functional artwork for your home. So I'm going to walk you through how we make one of these tables so you can understand exactly what you're looking at. Okay, the first part of making one of these tables is sourcing the timber. What we're looking for are two things. Firstly, the character in the timber, which you can see in these features that pop out of the oak. Different, completely different in every single piece of timber. That really tells the story of the history of that tree that's been growing for hundreds of years. The second thing is the edge. And that's what this river in the center of the table is all about. It's that beautiful, unique, fragile looking edge that's preserved so that you can enjoy it forever, essentially. So if we were making one of these tables for you, we would source the timber specifically for your table, and you'd have a choice. You'd get to see the boards that we're proposing to use. You get to choose the timber that you like the look of best. That's going to give you, you can see the contrast, the different kinds of style of table in these rivers, in each one of these. So you get to choose a piece of timber that's going to give you exactly, the look, the style that you want. Okay, the second thing that we do is the river, is the resin work in the center of the table. Detailed work, detailed precision work, to really turn the edges of this tree into the feature that you see. And as you can see, the resin colors in all of these tables, as well as these samples all around me, they're all different resin colors, and every one of them has been chosen specifically by the client for that table, because that resin color goes with the theme of the room. It's meant to fit with the furniture and the space that it's going into. We've got a standard selection, a wide selection of different resin colors, or if you wanted something custom, something bespoke, then we can work together, produce samples, and give you the exact resin color that you're looking for your table. The next thing that we do is we fully encase the tables in a thin, clear coat of resin. And what that does is it makes sure that the whole thing is preserved, is that you're not going to get any issues with the wood wanting to separate from the resin. You're not going to get any bending issues. All of those things can happen if you don't fully encase the table in resin. So that's what we do. And then the top surface, you get to choose. Do you want a satin finish, which is what's on this table, or a high gloss polished finish, which is what's on these two tables? It's a subtle difference. So let me just explain what you're looking at. The satin finish makes the wood look more natural. It's less of a shine off the wood. So it exhibits the resin in the middle of the table. It makes the timber, it gives it a more subtle look. Whereas if you go with the high gloss polished finish, it just gives the whole table a real wow factor. So it's completely down to personal taste. Do you want a more subtle looking table, a more natural style, or do you want a big wow statement piece style, I guess? The final thing that we do in making these tables is we take this surface and make it into a durable, functional surface with a ceramic coating. We actually use a couple of different ceramic coatings to achieve the finish that you can see in front of you. The first is to harden up the surfaces to give it a real durable, scratch resistant, life-proof kind of protection. The second ceramic coating is just to give it this absolutely silky smooth finish, which you'll just have to take my word for. But they're so tactile. And that's how we turn these things, not just not just into a piece of artwork, but into a functional piece of artwork that you don't have to stress about, you don't have to police and like be worried about people damaging it. It's a really functional piece of furniture when we finish with it. All of the resin tables we make to the exact size and shape that you want. You choose, as with all of our tabletops, you get to choose the exact leg design that you want. We don't just make them as dining tables, we can make them in any size and shape. Over here you can see a round one, it's an absolute stunner, this round one. You can barely see a piece of oak that's not got character popping out in it. It's an absolute beauty. And as I say, round one, coffee table size. I've got a couple of side tables there. So, I mean, if you absolutely love, if you're passionate about really interesting, characterful pieces of natural material, then these tables allow you to have one of those pieces of timber in your home preserved that you can enjoy every single day.